A single dinner with my fiance's father ended our 4-year relationship and saved me from the worst mistake of my life. I was 28 when I finally met Daniel's parents. We'd been together 4 years. I had a $3,800 ring sitting in my sock drawer and a reservation at La Maison, the nicest French bistro in the city, set for 3 weeks out. Daniel had warned me about his dad. "He's old school," he said. "Just don't let him get to you." I'd spent 6 years in corporate sales. I could handle difficult men. We showed up at 7 sharp. His dad, Ron, pulled up 14 minutes late, loud tie, louder handshake, and immediately announced the parking was a joke. His wife, Carol, smiled at everything and said nothing. Ron ordered himself a whiskey before sitting down. Within 5 minutes, he looked across the table at me and said, "So, Daniel tells me you're in marketing?" I explained I ran campaigns for a mid-sized tech firm, had just been promoted, genuinely loved the work. He nodded slowly, like I just told him I collected bottle caps. "Marketing," he repeated, turning to Daniel. "You know what marketing is? It's convincing people they need things they don't." He laughed at his own joke. Carol smiled. Daniel studied his bread plate. I waited for him to say something. He didn't. Our server, a young woman named, I saw on her name tag, Brianna, came to take our drink orders. Ron didn't let her finish asking. "Whatever's on tap, something cold and bring it fast. We've been waiting." We had been seated 4 minutes. Brianna nodded professionally and walked off. Ron watched her go and announced, "Service is dead in this country." The meal moved like that. Ron interrupted Brianna mid-sentence twice during the specials. When Daniel's entree came out slightly before his, Ron flagged down the nearest staff member, the food runner, and made a full speech about seniority and respect. The food runner stood there nodding, clearly not empowered to do anything, while 2 nearby tables went completely quiet. I looked over at Daniel. He was cutting his steak. That's when something clicked. Not a snap, not an explosion, just a quiet, clear picture forming. Daniel had watched his father speak to 3 different service workers like they were furniture. He had heard him dismiss my entire career in 30 seconds, and in 4 years of hearing stories about Sunday dinners, holiday blow-ups, and family trips, Daniel had never once said, "That's not okay." He thought this was just how men were, that this was normal. I excused myself before dessert came, said I needed some air, walked to my car, sat in the dark for 10 minutes, then drove home. He called 11 times before midnight. I let them ring. The texts came in waves. "Where are you? Why are you being weird? My dad is just like that." That last one was the one. I wrote back the next morning. I told him I couldn't build a life with someone who watched that and shrugged. He said I was too sensitive for his family. I thought about it for a long time. Then I agreed with him. I returned the ring, got $3,400 back, spent $1,500 of it on 8 months of therapy, found out I had a pattern of staying quiet in situations that deserved a voice. Broke it. Best table I ever walked away from.